Part 1. It's never too late to start. The secret to restoring muscle strength with vitamin D for seniors. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Imagine waking up on a soft March morning. Outside the window, the pale golden sunlight is gently streaming in, and the trees sway softly in the spring breeze. You wake up not because of the alarm clock, but because your body has rested enough. You sit up, no struggle, no need for support. Your feet touch the cool wooden floor, and you step confidently out the door. No cane beside your bed, no walker waiting outside. You tie your shoelaces, put on a light jacket, and take your beloved dog out for a walk to the nearby park. On the way, you greet a young neighbor who's jogging, and you notice their surprised gaze. Because no one would expect an 85-year-old like you to walk so confidently, head held high, with a relaxed smile on your face. If you think this is extraordinary, let me assure you, this could very well be your reality. And the best part is, you don't need anything extraordinary to achieve it. All you need is to understand a simple principle, one that few truly pay attention to. Your body still has the ability to recover, but you have to be the one to flip the switch for it. I am Dr. Evan Mark. For the past 32 years, I have worked in geriatrics, specializing in caring for older adults, from those who are independent and full of vigor, to those who gradually weaken without clear reasons. I once met John, a 92-year-old man who still cycled 2 kilometers every day to the library. I also stood by Mr. Lee, 68, who lost his ability to walk after a fall in the bathroom, simply because his left foot was no longer stable. And what troubles me most is this. In most cases of elderly decline, it's not time that causes them to fall. It's a silent deficiency inside their bodies. One of the most forgotten yet dangerous factors is vitamin D. As we age, our bodies gradually change, whether we want it or not. Movements that once felt familiar, like standing up, sitting down, walking briskly, or climbing a few steps, can start to become more difficult. Muscle strength gradually declines over time. Muscle fibers shrink, reflexes slow down, and joints tend to stiffen or ache more frequently. Bones are no longer as strong as they once were, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and falls. Sometimes, even a slight slip can lead to serious consequences. But the important thing is, getting older does not mean becoming helpless. Your body still has the ability to adapt, recover, and grow if you take proper care of it. Many people believe that physical changes are inevitable, but in reality, lifestyle and especially nutrition can profoundly impact the speed and extent of aging. You can't stop time, but you can slow down its effects on your muscles, bones, joints, and nervous system. And among all the factors that can support you, vitamin D is one of the simplest yet most powerful elements. Let me share a few facts that might shock you. 1 in 4 people over 65 will fall each year. Nearly 50% of those who suffer a hip fracture from a fall will never walk the same way again. 20% will die within 12 months of their first fall. Among the major risk factors leading to falls in older adults, vitamin D deficiency is the simplest one to address. A fall is not just an accident. It is a turning point, one that can take away your ability to live independently, turning you from someone self-sufficient into someone who needs 24/7 assistance. It makes you afraid to step outside, afraid to stand up from a chair to get something, afraid to go down the stairs without someone by your side. And the heartbreaking truth is, A fall is not the inevitable fate of old age. It is often a result of prolonged neglect of a silent nutrient, vitamin D. Vitamin D is not just a sunshine vitamin, as many people think. It is the key catalyst that helps your body synthesize calcium to strengthen bones. But that's only part of it. Vitamin D also plays a role in regulating muscle function, specifically the ability to contract effectively and maintain balanced coordination. When you lack vitamin D, asterisk muscle cells lose their ability to contract properly. Asterisk muscle nervous system reflexes slow down. Asterisk receptors in muscle tissue are not activated. This leads to slight loss of control and movement, and eventually you fall. I once had a patient named Margaret. She was 74 years old, a retired high school dance teacher, living alone in a small apartment in the city. She took care of herself, did gardening, went to the nearby supermarket, and occasionally taught yoga classes for seniors. It was a very independent, active life until one day she slipped as she stepped down the living room threshold. A fall, a crack, a scream, and a long night in the emergency room. Diagnosis: hip fracture, surgery, lengthy rehabilitation. And more painful than all that, Margaret lost all trust in her own body. When I met her, she was too afraid to step out onto the balcony, even for just a few steps. Getting up from a chair required assistance. And in her eyes, what was most apparent wasn't the pain. It was the disappointment in herself, in the body that had once been strong, once as supple as silk on the dance floor, now reduced to a fragile shell. We ran blood tests. Her vitamin D level, 15 nanograms per milliliter, severely deficient. I started her on a natural recovery regimen. Asterisk vitamin D3 supplementation, 2,000 IU/day. Asterisk combined with magnesium and vitamin K2, rich foods. Asterisk 20 minutes of sunlight exposure every morning. Asterisk a balanced, nutritious breakfast and a regular sleep schedule. Asterisk, and most importantly, rebuilding trust with slow, deliberate steps. 6 months later, Margaret invited me to the park, where she used to walk every morning. That day, she smiled brightly as she walked toward me. No cane, no one supporting her, just a light jacket, a pair of canvas shoes, and a heart that had been revived. That is the message I want to share with you. Your body has never abandoned you. It's simply waiting for you to get the support it needs. The health of your legs doesn't disappear overnight. It weakens little by little. Through months of vitamin D deficiency, weeks without sunlight, days of poor nutrition, and limited physical activity. And conversely, that strength can return if you nurture it every day with light, nutrients, and your own patience. If you are in your 60s, 70s, or even 85, remember, your body has not lost its ability to recover, but it's waiting for a signal from you. And that signal doesn't require a gym or expensive treatments. It starts with something simple. Asterisk a proper dose of vitamin D every morning. Asterisk a nutritious, balanced breakfast. Asterisk a gentle 15 to 20 minutes sunlight exposure. Asterisk a light movement routine, such as walking, stretching, or gentle exercises. All these things small, simple, but enough to keep your legs strong and steady. Look around at the people around you. You may have seen them fall from a misstep when getting out of a taxi, perhaps at a beloved family member, someone who used to climb stairs every day, but now they only wander around the room because their legs are no longer steady. You don't want to become one of those stories. You want to be living proof that age cannot take away your right to choose your health. I have worked with people who seemed like they couldn't recover. There was an 82-year-old man, a former sailor, who after 2 falls believed his life was over. But with just 3 months of proper intervention, vitamin D3 supplementation, combined with light exercise and emotional recovery, he was able to ride his bike again on his own. There was also an elderly woman who was too afraid to attend church services because she feared losing her balance in a crowd. 6 months later, she was walking 3 kilometers around the lake with her grandson. It all started not with strength, but with a very small belief: I will try. And now, place your hand on your chest and ask yourself, do I still want to live a life that I control? Do I still want to walk on my own 2 feet? Am I ready to take the first simple step to begin my journey of recovery? If your answer is yes, then keep following along with the next sections, because I will show you asterisk how vitamin D works in your muscles, asterisk how to know if you're deficient in vitamin D, asterisk the correct way to supplement it without overdoing it, asterisk and the specific recovery plan for the first 3 months. You don't have to do everything right away. Just start today. And that's the message I want to share with you. This is not just a story about vitamin D. It's a story about choice, about taking action, about the fact that you can still stand up, walk confidently, and live a full life. You don't need to climb mountains. You don't need to run marathons. Just take one steady step every day, more firmly than yesterday. Each step is a statement that I'm still living, I'm still in control, and I won't let age define my limits. Stay tuned and subscribe to the channel, because in the next section, I will show you asterisk how vitamin D truly works in the body, asterisk why its deficiency causes muscles to not respond properly, asterisk and how you can detect if you're deficient, just through the smallest signs in your daily life. The journey is long, but your legs are worth it.